I'm curious to know from your end, just looking around, even as I was driving here, you will see that you have what I would call competition, or people who are coming up as well. What's your competitive advantage? What's making you still be at that preferred, cement?
Okay, so see, Bamburi is a very strong brand name. Absolutely. And when I entered into this country, yes, I can tell you the huge amount of prestige to be associated with the Bamburi brand name.
Yeah.
What gives us a lot of pleasure is how do we do business.
Okay.
So we are a professional company, yeah, which gives me a lot of satisfaction that we've got experts in our company.
Yeah.
Very solid industrial team. And again, experts in terms of commercial, supply chain. Yeah. So it's a very satisfying experience to be coming every day and working with such esteemed and knowledgeable colleagues. Yeah. The other thing is, as I mentioned, as a part of the sustainability lever, we work on absolutely full compliance. So that also gives us a lot of, let's say, solid footprint. We pride ourselves in terms of delivering the right quality to our consumer. The right packaging, the right quantity in the cement bags, the working with for the environment, making sure our quarries are 100% rehabilitated. So that gives us a lot of pleasure and comfort that we are absolutely compliant. Okay. And that itself gives a solid momentum. When you're doing things right, yeah, it gives you that extra energy.
Yeah.
We are also backed up by being a part of the Wholesome Group, whether we need their support in terms of innovation, yeah, new products, developing new recipes. That's something we are absolutely supported by.
Okay.
In terms of financial, I would say we are a sort of a debt-free company.
Oh, yeah.
We are paying dividends every year to our shareholders. So we don't have that extra amount of debt which is kind of impacting us in terms of interest flows and those, yeah, things in the present context.
Okay.
So net solid company, solid teams,
yeah,
working by the book, yeah, and making efforts to take forward.
I love that, and that's actually very good because you've addressed the shareholders that, hey, we are still solid and growing. Speaking of growth and innovation, yes, just wanted to know, are there some emerging opportunities that you're currently observing or planning to capitalize on?
So innovation, I would answer this in different buckets. Let's start with the consumer and the products and the solutions that we offer.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we want to move more towards greener products and solutions.
Yeah.
So I think the good thing to start with is we've got a wide range of products that we offer to our consumers.
Yeah.
And these products and solutions are based on applications.
Yeah.
For example, I don't know, Maina, for you cement is probably cement, right?
As long as it works, but hey, but now I've been taught something different by you in our conversation, that there's quality difference.
Yes.
Yes.
There's quality difference and also application as well. If you're constructing a high rise,
yeah,
you need a different kind of cement. If you're doing masonry work, probably you need different kind of cement. If you're doing just plastering of the wall, you would need a different kind of cement.
Yeah.
If you're constructing in the coastal areas where there are sulfates and chlorides, you would need a different kind of cement. So what we have is, and I think this is where the consumers also need to be educated a bit more, and we need to communicate better.
I need a class as well.
So this is a wide range.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. We work with different segments and different applications. On top of that, each of these products have a different CO2 footprint. For example, ordinary Portland cement, which is the most favorite for the the specification, it's the highest CO2 footprint product available. So we are working with our partners to make sure that we shift to different cements,
right,
which are less CO2 emitting, at the same time more durable and better workability. Now that takes a lot of engagement. So this new innovation in terms of products and solutions is something that we've focused on. By the end of this year, we would have 100% moved our product portfolio to greener options.
Yeah.
This is on the market side. In terms of decarbonization, there's a lot of innovations that we are doing in our industrial operations, so that we are able to move from the coal, fossil fuels to alternative fuels.
Okay.
We are working with various agencies to have waste recycling as a part of our objective. Right now we did about 50,000 of waste recycling. We want to scale it up to 300,000 tons a year. So that's again something, a part of innovation on our industrial side.
Yeah.
In terms of supply chain, this whole effort of moving from road to rail is a part of the innovations that we are doing. We've got certain ideas there as well. Moving to cleaner energy with the solar power plants and waste heat recovery is something that again we are doing in terms of our industrial. Very small example. I don't know when was the last time you purchased a bag of cement.
It's been a year, but
so we are working on the packaging of cement as well.
Yeah.
As we speak, we have done trials for biodegradable bags, which means the bags can be biodegradable after they are used, or the cement is out. So we are working on different designs, different material for packaging, biodegradable, so that we give the consumers an array of choices to pick up from.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, you'll be surprised. You see this picture. This is a 3D printed houses.
Yeah.
We have printed 3D printed houses, 11 so far in Kenya. There are 10 of them in Kilifi and one in just next door in Athi River.
Yeah.
Now we want to scale it up. Our ambition is to have more of these 3D printed houses in Kenya. Probably it can be a part of the affordable housing.
Absolutely.
So this is again a part of the innovation. Less wastage, less CO2 footprint, and beautiful designs. We can 3D print schools as well.
Okay.
So there are various fronts in which we are handling this innovation agenda.
Lovely. So it's actually moving not just as providers of some of these materials needed, it's also showing that you can actually get into it and show how it can be done.
I know you just picked up absolutely the right word. We are not just product suppliers.
Yes.
We are suppliers of building material products and solutions.
And solutions.
Exactly.
Getting converted here. Now, as we come to the tail end, in fact, I think my next question, you've actually already mentioned a few things here and there. But anyway, we must touch on your report that you released in November, sustainability report, and congratulations on that as well. First, what are some of the key highlights, if I may use that? I know it's a whole report. Everybody, I think you told me I'm going to get my copy, my digital copy after this. But what are one or two key highlights? I know there could be many that you could mention that you're proud of as Bamburi.
Thank you. Thank you, Maina, for this question.
Yeah.
It gives me an opportunity to actually clarify the sustainability agenda that we have. It's based on 7 pillars.
Yeah.
And a lot of effort went into publishing this sustainability report, and I'll share with you the digital link.
Yes.
We did not do the paper version because of, again,
It's
for the environment.
sustainability.
Yes. So there are 7 pillars. The first one is the 4 C's, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Climate and energy, that's one. Circular economy, customer, innovation, and new products.
Yeah.
And 4th is compliance.
Yeah.
These are the 4 C's. So in climate energy, I talked about the alternative fuel, the solar, the waste heat recovery, the CK ratios, all these things to reduce the CO2 footprint.
Yeah.
In circular economy, the alternative raw materials, the waste recycling, the water recycling, the rainwater harvesting, these are the things in circular.
Yeah.
In customer innovation, I mentioned about the whole green product range.
Yeah.
And in compliance, we are focused on the green capexes and also to be the best in class in terms of ESG.
Yeah.
So these are the 4 C's.
Yeah.
Now the remaining 3 is NPS, if you can remember. Nature and biodiversity.
Yeah.
So here we're talking about the rainwater harvesting, the zero pollution, and also this 100% quarry rehabilitation.
Yeah.
Creating Bamburi Hala Park, Bamburi Forest Trail, and more such things.
Yeah.
NPS P stands for people and human rights. Again, diversity, inclusion, social initiatives. We spend a lot on health, education, children, women, and there are a whole bunch of initiatives on the social side that we do, and we want to actually scale it up even further. And last but not the least is S, which is sustainable procurement.
Okay.
We have taken up upon ourselves that 30% of what we source has to come from either women or differently abled or youth.
Yeah.
So we have that ambition to scale so that it's not just about price at which we are sourcing, but from whom we are sourcing. And quality, I mentioned already. Quality is the hallmark of Bamburi, and that's a key thing for sustainable construction.
Very true.
And making sure whoever is building with Bamburi, those structures are staying there long after we have gone.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Wow, I know how it's towards the closing, and my final question will be how Bamburi is anticipating the trends and how you're looking at the global trends, for example. I mean, everybody and even the economy has been getting a hit from how we are seeing things going by, and I'm sure you've not been spared as well. How are you navigating this?
See, as I mentioned, when you talk about global trends, globally, when you look at emerging economies all over the world, these trends of urbanization, need for houses, need for affordable housing, need for better infrastructure, these are all part of the global trends. And going from horizontal to vertical construction, this is a trend which is happening globally. Different countries are at different stages in terms of that journey, and so is Kenya or any country for that matter. So those are trends which tell us that yes, this building material industries will continue to grow. But then at the same time, what's happening globally is also this whole pressure on ESG, on sustainability, on net zero, on being a very responsible corporate citizen. I think this is something that Bamburi has kind of picked it up early, thanks to also being a part of the global group. And this is something where probably it will force more and more manufacturing industries to follow this trend towards decarbonization, towards sustainable operations. And this is where a lot of innovation is going to happen. And companies will be pushed to put this thing on their agenda and make those decisions right now towards this goal of net zero. So that's also a positive news which is happening. In terms of short-term challenges globally that we are facing, of course, because of these wars happening in the Middle East and also in Eastern Europe and all, the global supply chains have been disrupted. The ships which were supposed to come, the raw material which was supposed to come, the spare parts which were supposed to come have got delayed because of these supply chain and shipping lines disruption. I don't know how long it will continue, but we in Kenya have to have some contingency plan to be able to manage these short-term disruptions. Also, let's say a high inflationary context in Kenya, coupled with the significant devaluation of the Kenyan shilling, is something again that we have to grapple with, because when we consolidate our numbers in Swiss francs or euros, then the numbers don't look that as what we would have liked to. So this is again something of a short term, but net, I think it's a positive future.
Wow, thank you so much for your time. But just before I leave you, I would like to give you a chance to give a parting shot, especially to your shareholders, customers, and everybody who's watching.
Thank you. So, as I mentioned, 23, we are fortunate enough to close this number on a positive highlight. The budget that we've set out for ourselves is again positive, and we are looking forward to delivering a much better performance in 2024 as well. Last year, despite all the challenges, we operated the business almost at 75% cash conversion, and this is despite the liquidity challenges and the forex challenges that we have. So I think challenges will remain. It's just that Bamburi team is absolutely geared up to deliver a solid performance in 2024. At the same time, we've had extensive discussions in terms of our mid-term planning and the roadmap 2027 and ambition 2030. Those strategic objectives and our ambitions are also sorted, and as we speak, we are making sure that we realize those ambitions and targets as we go along. Bamburi's team is absolutely geared up to work with our stakeholders, whether shareholders, community, or other customers and other stakeholders. And I'm very excited to be here in Bamburi and in Kenya.
Mohit, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Maina. Really appreciate it.
Excellent. There you have it, Mohit Kapoor, the Bamburi Group MD and CEO right here. And he's quite optimistic that, hey, they're yet to even hit the sky and they're going to still keep doing better. Very optimistic, and we appreciate him for his time. I leave you now with the markets. Thank you so much for your time.